You are listening to Grim and Stone, the Mountain Perspective. This podcast may contain objectionable language.
Welcome to Grim and Stone, the Mountain Perspective. This is our take on what's happening in the world. How you doing, Stoney?
I'm doing pretty good for a Monday. How are you?
I hurt like hell.
Sorry.
I'm not gonna lie. This friggin' ankle is killing me. I went to physical therapy this morning, which you drove me up there, and the guy hurt me pretty damn good, so I'm in a joyous mood, so we're gonna keep this one short.
Well, if you break down the physical therapist, you can get 3 words out of there.
Yeah, physical the rapist.
Yes. So.
Yeah, when I'm sitting there with hand over my mouth telling the guy, you can stop that any minute now. Yeah, I think my point was made.
Yeah, it's the perfect occupation for sadists.
Oh, good God. He did wonders on me this morning. But I'd like to welcome all of our 141 Signal Battalion listeners. We just picked up some of them, so welcome, guys and gals. Thank you for your service. And let's get into this. The first story of the day. Marathon bombing suspect can't speak, communicating in writing. Yeah, apparently this knucklehead went and they're guessing at this point because it doesn't appear to have been shot by a cop, but when he was hiding in the boat, they think he shot himself in the throat in a suicide attempt. So that's what's taking so long on getting the charges and everything, because apparently he can't answer any questions. Exactly. So, but yeah, they're I read another article just a little bit ago, and yes, they're Chechnyan Muslims, and you remember that dude who got carjacked and ended up at the yeah. Now they're not revealing his identity or his ethnicity or nothing, but he says that the only reason they didn't kill him was because he's not American. That's because they asked him, who are you, where are you from, yada yada, and they're not, news isn't given anything about this guy, which is fine.
Yeah,
but he said they told him the reason they're not killing him is because he's not an American.
I wonder how many not Americans were standing around where they put the bombs that didn't go off.
Well, it's a big city. It's a port city. I'm quite sure there were quite a few not Americans there. And there were quite a few not Americans running in the race.
Exactly.
So,
yeah, no, this was an independent deal. I said it when it happened, and I believe it now. This was an independent deal that they cooked up to pull off without some mysterious network supporting them.
Well, I think they're Al-Qaeda wannabes. Because
that's kind of where I'm going.
Yeah, the one brother, the oldest one who got killed, he went to Russia, what was it, last year or something like that? And spent some time there, and all of a sudden came back and he's all militant and shit, so.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I think it was an independent deal. I don't believe that there was a network behind this one.
No, probably not, but. Or if it was, hey, do you know it'd be cool if you guys went and blew something up? Have at it. And then we'll let you in.
Yeah.
Or something. Now this one here is we're done with that story. That's
Yep. Next
is this is from military.com, and the VA offers provisional compensation for claims. Now, as most of us know, veterans who have some type of claim with, the VA, they tend to take their time, and they're in no friggin' hurry to get anything done. Well, there's been a lot of pressure put on them, and so what they're doing now is, let me see if I can find the quote. Here's a quote. Veterans whose claims are granted will begin receiving compensation immediately after provisional rating decision. I don't know that I fully understand what the hell that means, where they're doing provisional claims. So you walk in there and I'm hurt, or I have PTSD or something, and then they determine whether or not this is true-ish.
No, they're referring to the specific claim backlog. What they're going to do is they're going to take the claims that have been sitting there and not being resolved for God knows how long.
Yeah, they're saying up to 2 years.
They have a 2-year backlog, but some of these claims, and I know that they take longer than that.
Yeah, like 24 years.
Yeah. But what they're going to do is they're going to start working their way up from
the
old pile.
Right.
And they'll have a set of criteria for evidence that is going to be similar to the adjudication where like the decisions that you and I got from VA.
Right.
But not as stringent in that they probably won't require a lot of, you need to go get this and you need to try that first. And they'll look and they'll say, okay, this is, dude has a limp due to a fracture he received in Iraq from an IED. It was treated. He stayed on active duty. Now he has a limp and it's giving him pain. Okay, we have done an x-ray, and then it said, yeah, there's evidence here of this injury. So we're going to give you a provisional settlement of, 10, 20% or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. And that's what you'll receive until such time as you file a new claim for an update or a higher rating, but then you're at the top of the list on the new guys. You're no longer part of the backlog. As opposed to, you got 3 adjudicators, none of whom are vets. You got a high school teacher, God forbid a lawyer, and some gal that works down at the brewery get together once a month or once every 90 days and argue over medical information in a packet to determine whether or not that soldier deserves benefits. And so what they'll do is they'll make quick decisions based on the evidence that's already available. And it's provisional, meaning that they're going to require these guys to go back through the system at some point.
But it's going to at least get them started.
Yeah, it'll get them off that backlog list, give them something to get them by, but they're going to have to go through the VA system at some point to make that a regular claim that's been accepted.
I really wish I had, Welcome to the Machine.
Yeah.
Ready to play.
Yeah.
Because, as you and I both know, it took, 19 years for your back?
Yep.
And after 24 years, I'm finally getting an MRI done on my knee.
Yeah.
Finally. So, welcome to the machine, and enjoy the ride, because it's going to be long and painful.
Yep.
But yeah, and Jeff Miller, a representative out of Florida, who heads the House Veterans Affairs Committee, in a previous article that I read, said that denying veterans their benefits is not cleaning up, is not a way to clean up the backlog.
Yeah.
So hopefully...
Which I've heard a lot of non-vets suggest.
Yeah. So
well, why don't they just scrap it all and start over? I'll fucking shoot you in the face.
And our first F-bomb of the day. Woohoo!
Sorry. I drifted there for a moment.
All right. And that's all I've got, because that's all I could muster other than weather. So.
Okay. I got just a couple of quick ones. Since we're talking controversy and rights and stuff like that, I thought I'd bring this one up. Former Nestle CEO, now everybody knows Nestle. Mm-hmm. They're worldwide, and they own half of the food name brands that are out there. Former Nestle CEO Peter Brabeck says water is food that should be privatized. It is not a human right, and access to water should not be a public right.
Wait, what?
They want to privatize it.
I'm sorry. Water is essential for living.
Yeah.
What are we, like 80% water or something like that? Our bodies? Yes. Yeah. Some along those lines. Yeah, we kind of need that. It's essential.
Well, it brings to mind all of the movies from the 80s and 90s, like Mad Max, where you have groups of thugs traveling around to control water sources. So apparently that's what former Nestle CEO Peter Brabeck thinks we should do. We should privatize all the water.
So, but he's the former CEO. He's not the current one.
Right.
Okay, so there's no need for us to get all on Nestle's shit right now.
Not unless he owns a lot of stock in the company. There's that.
What a douchebag.
Yeah. Here's one sad note. I always seem to find these things.
Yes, who died now?
Chrissy Amphlett, the lead singer of Divinyls.
Really?
Songs, I Touch Myself, Boys in Town, Pleasure and Pain. If you grew up back then, if you had any teen 20 years in the 80s and 90s, you've heard these songs. 53 years old. She was fighting breast cancer and multiple sclerosis for quite a while, and but she passed in her sleep with her friends and family around her.
So those were all the songs we danced to at, what was that, Tivoli Park, I think it was called. And wasn't what those songs weren't real big at the Golden, or at the Green Goose.
No. But, yeah, the lead singer of Divinyls has passed away.
Well, geez.
Anyway, moving on from that to some fun and exciting news.
Oh, who died?
I would provide you with the video link. I would provide you with a video link, but I would never, ever be able to pry you from your machine for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Durex.
Yeah.
An Australian company.
That's a condom company, yes?
Yes, sir. They have unveiled Fundawear. It's internet touch experience for long-distance lovers. It's trial. They're trialing experimental underwear, and you get a remote control, so you can internet with your partner, and when you touch the remote control, it activates touch sensors in the other person's underwear. Bra and panties for the women, and I think they're boxers or boxer briefs for the men. And all I will say is that the demo video ends with how is that? How are you doing? And the woman's reply is So there you go.
Wow.
Technology. We can what does it say? Enjoy your partner long distance. Some of the comments are even better than the article, though.
Oh, well, I would imagine so.
Brings a whole new meaning to iPhone Touch.
There you go. I can think of a couple people I'd like to trial run that with.
Yeah, well. Anyway.
You know who you are. Message me on Facebook. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll get on to weather here. And we're going to go to Alliance, Ohio. Because after our last broadcast, and I kind of grumbled about I couldn't even get my daughter to listen, there was a nice little comment on the YouTube page that says, I do listen. Shut up, old man. So I can only assume, because I didn't recognize the name, that it had to be my daughter. So, hi, daughter. And we're going to Alliance, Ohio. It is 59 degrees. It is sunny. Wind is out of the south-southeast at 9 miles an hour. Humidity is only 38%, which is not bad at all. They are looking this afternoon for partly cloudy. Let's see here. Humidity is going to go up to about 41%. And tonight will be mostly clear at 35 degrees. So there you go.
Doing better than us.
Well, hell yeah. What the hell happened here? I mean, it's April 20... Well, it's 22nd now, but on the 21st, yesterday, this lovely valley we live in, it friggin' snowed. And, I let the baby chickens out for the first time this year, and then I have to play mother hen and chase them all back in the coop because they're too stupid to get out of the rain that eventually turned into snow.
Yeah, by 8:30 it was almost a whiteout because the wind was bringing the snow in sideways. But it's all your fault.
Well, that's why it was so goddamn cold yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I kept grumbling. It's like I want to work and do some work outside, but that wind was that hawk was biting.
It's your fault. I'm telling you.
I let the peeps out, and that's all it took.
Yep.
So, alrighty. I think that's it for us today. Yeah, I'm going to call it good.
Okay.
So we will talk to you on I'll see you later today, and we'll talk to the rest of you on Thursday.
Yeah, so happy Earth Day.
Oh, is today Earth Day?
Yeah.
Oh, happy
Keep
Earth
your powder
Day.
dry.
Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.